Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatima. I am a spirit coordinator, Sisters Head on the spirit team this year. I wanted to thank you all for joining us tonight for our annual Poe-Tea. We cannot wait to see what everyone has prepared for tonight. We wanted to start the event off with our Quran recitation and reminder from Ahmed.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فاستجاب لهم ربهم أني لا أضيع عمل عامل منكم من ذكر أو أنثى بعدكم من بعد فالذين هاجروا وأخرجوا من ديارهم وأوذوا في سبيلي وقاتلوا لأكفرن عنهم سيئاتهم ولأدخلنهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ثوابا من عند الله والله عنده حسن الثواب لا يغرنك تقلب الذين كفروا في البلاد متاع قليل ثم مأواهم جهنم وبئس المهاد لكن الذين اتقوا ربهم لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها نزلا من عند الله وما عند الله خير للأبرار وإن من أهل الكتاب لمن يؤمن بالله وما أنزل إليكم وما أنزل إليهم خاشعين لله لا يشترون بآيات الله ثمنا قليلا أولئك لهم أجرهم عند ربهم إن الله سريع الحساب يا أيها الذين آمنوا اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون. So the translation is, so their Lord responded to them, I will never deny any of you, male or female. The reward of your deeds, both are equal in reward. Those who migrated or were expelled from their homes and were persecuted for my sake and fought and some were martyred, I will certainly forgive their sins and admit them into gardens under which rivers flow as a reward from Allah. And with Allah is the finest reward. Do not be deceived by the prosperity of the disbelievers throughout the land. It is only a brief enjoyment. The hell will be their home. What an evil place to rest. But those who are mindful of their Lord and will be in gardens under which rivers flow, to stay there forever, as an accommodation from Allah, and what is with Allah is best for the virtuous. Indeed, there are some among the people of the book who truly believe in Allah and what has been revealed to you, believers, and what has been revealed to them. They humbled themselves before Allah, never trading Allah's revelation for a fleeting gain. Their reward is with their Lord. Surely Allah is swift in reckoning. O believers, patiently endure, preserve, stand on guard, and be mindful of Allah so you may be successful.
Thank you so much. That was really good. So we are going to give a brief explanation of what MIST is all about from our spirit chair.
Salam everyone. I'm here to tell you what MIST is. So to start, what is MIST? MIST stands for Muslim Interscholastic Tournament. MIST is a national organization devoted towards cultivating an inclusive and competitive environment that empowers youth to expand their social and professional networks while encouraging academic and spiritual growth. Now, how can a tournament do all of that? Well, each year, each participating state hosts a regional tournament with competitions to challenge these concepts, and students who place in these competitions are eligible to compete in a national tournament. We try to expand and diversify the Miss New Jersey network to strengthen our organization and enhance an inclusive yet competitive culture through our spirit events. So if you want to compete in Miss New Jersey, we have some people on our registration committee here tonight, and you can give your information to take the steps needed to get this started in your school.
So we're gonna just get started with like some rules and guidelines. Make sure you guys like follow like the appropriateness guidelines. Like just keep your area clean, like because we're all like eating and everything. And then also, if you haven't already, you should fill out the form under the QR code, which can be found in the front table. And then we will announce the winners for our giveaway at the end, inshallah. So if anything, you guys want to just like sneak out and QR code. And then on top of that, we also have a Krispy Kreme special discount for Poe-Tea. It will be $13. And it will be due November 22nd, so literally just ask any one of the organizers here, me, Amina, a lot of us, and Zoha, everyone. There's a lot of people here. So, you want donuts? Let us know. And after intermission, we'll also open the stage for anyone who wants to perform. Feel free, we have some poems here. If you don't have anything with you, it's great. It's gonna be awesome. And after that, last thing is that since this is an open mic night, we're not gonna be clapping, we're gonna be snapping. And just be respectful of the performance up here. And just keep your phones on silent, just be respectful to the performers. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna get started with our first performance, which is gonna be Hibbo.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Would you guys believe me if I said I have absolutely nothing prepared today?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong, because I have nothing prepared today, because there actually is no performance by me, and I was simply a placeholder for the man, the myth, the legend, Malik Wahba. Wherever he may be. He's walking it. He's walking. We posed a question to you guys about what performances you wanted to see, and Malik did not want to perform, but he had to because of all of his fans. So there is no performance by me, but now I'm just
Can everyone hear me without the mic?
No, use the mic.
Don't use the mic? Right? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't really plan on performing, to be honest. But peer pressure and suffering from success are the two things that brought me up here. I tried so hard to resist, I shed tears, I felt miserably, and now my voice is in all of your ears. Maybe this was a mistake, I fear. Well, what's this? Everything is rhyming. No, it couldn't be. Definitely not me. I mean, I'm an engineer. I'm less social than a deer. Right when it's in a car, could it really be? Am I rapping? Will you guys be clapping? No. It's just my pencil from my last exam is still tapping. Honestly, it would be pretty hype if I could rap, but unfortunately, I do not have that talent. My attempt, though, it was quite valid, I guess. But what is talent? Well, some people, I guess, are just born with it, and others have to work for it. So I went ahead and took a hit. This piece I typed up in 2 days. Everything was in a haze. As I looked at my exams, I walked through a maze. Lost and confused, I was in a daze. But I had to do something for all the people who wanted me to perform. I thought maybe I could do this or that. Maybe I could wear a hat. No. None of these ideas work. I need more time. I thought about performing a rap, but I quickly realized how much I need to practice. Defeated and lost, I went typing. I typed up my thoughts, and now that is what you guys are hearing. It's right here. My mind, I am clearing like a level in a video game. I am one who you cannot contain. But who am I really? Am I mystery man? Or am I multi-millionaire? Maybe I'm just a chair, to be honest. Let me scratch my hair. I'm an engineering student. My actions are prudent. Wow, that's a new word. Where'd you get that from? I don't know. To be very honest with you, I'm just putting on a show. That's what you guys wanted, right? So I put up a fight. Talent, I'm coming for you. I don't know who you are or where you are, but one thing is certain. I will find you. I don't need a single clue, because like all cliche stories, I'll say this one thing. Talent overcomes hard work eventually. Wait. Hard work overcomes talent. Wait. My lyrics are well written, ostensibly, clearly not. But as I said earlier, it's just my thoughts overtaking me. On my notes, I feel so free. But people ask me, what color is a tree? Then I start spitting facts, and they flee. Anyways, let's end off on a note of glee. Everyone, welcome to Miss 2023.
Thank you, Malik. Can we get another round of applause for him? He's getting good at vocabulary too. Good job, mashallah. All right. So next up, we have Adnan. He is going to be performing his piece, Power.
Testing. Sorry, everybody. Mic check. Okay, it's perfect. Where's the speaker?
Upstairs.
Oh, it's... Alright, sorry. Alright, sorry everybody. My name's Adnan. I'm going to be doing a piece called Power. Yeah, I'm just going to do one piece. Unfortunately, my second piece was not ready in time. But that's an dislike for you. They told me no one gonna hand you power because power is something earned. But I've only seen power given. Cause no king takes a breath except that it be by one's provision, and no beast takes a step except that it be by one's permission. Don't tell me power is something earned. Don't tell me power is something earned when your heart beats on its own condition. That ain't something you earned, no, that's something was given. Don't tell me power is something earned. Because if someone gave me that power, then I'm giving all I got, because them checks I've been cashing can't keep my lungs from collapsing. If that will is brought, no man, no army, no skill, no thought could ever receive power if it should be that they not. Don't tell me that power is something earned. Because that power is always given, and if it was written that one would receive power from the very beginning until the end of the final hour, it wouldn't make a difference to the one.
Next up, we have Yusna. She will be performing.
Does this work? Okay. Hi, I'm Yumna. I'm going to be performing something called A Treaty of the Heart and Mind. My body is at war, the battleground littered with my mistakes. My opposing organs are packaged neatly in this body my God has gifted me with, and while I don't always want it, it remains intact. My heart, a vibrant fit of emotion, beats for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My mind, a horizon of neutrality, searches for the truth. This dunya holds my deen hostage, shows it fake niceties, then steals the purity of my faith. When my heart cries for Allah's mercy, my mind says alhamdulillah. Because what other way of life is there? The Quran is a treaty between my heart and mind. Every letter recited patches a piece of my soul. Don't you know how beautiful the words of the Prophet ﷺ are? Don't you see it in the tears he cried for our ummah? My body is hardwired to Allah's plan. I wake to Fajr and sleep recalling the Ruku' al-Ashr. My body is at war. My heart and mind oppose one another. And yet my thoughts are renewed when my head gets down for sujood. And Islam takes every battle scar and heals it with a kiss of Allah's mercy. It uses the Quran to heal my damage from the deen and the damage it's taken from the dunya. And that is the treaty of heart and mind.
Okay, thank you so much. That was really great. So next up we have Anna Dunbar. She will be performing the Jesus.
Assalamualaikum again. Can you guys hear me? Alright. So, I have recently been reminded that grief is a selfish emotion. In grieving a loved one, the pain comes from a greedy place of longing and wanting their return. But because inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un, from him we come from him we return to. So even though I loved him more than I could ever describe or ever convey here tonight, my grief is screaming, I know you're at peace where you're supposed to be, where you've been longing and pleading to be, but I wish that you were here with me. But with grief, there also comes gratitude. I'm grateful to be graced with such a generous soul, grateful to be guided and sometimes guarded by your gestures, grateful to be gallant enough to share these words, grateful to be your Sadqa Jariyah and to grow it, grateful that you lived a gregarious lifestyle so I can be reminded of your gallantry, grateful and gleeful to be granted the gift of your presence. So with gumption, I take this new lesson, and I learn with grace and gratitude the gratifying experience of unconditional love. I hold on to the games and memories of our hours of giddy giggling with card games, the times where your gentle grin glistened the room, how your patience exceeded my gabby personality, how your global recognition that followed me no matter where we went, the gradual incline of visits and accomplishments celebrated together, to the consistent desserts after every meal to suffice our sweet tooth. So with persistent gust, I am sharing about my grandfather tonight, who lived a glorious life and had a good heart.
Thank you so much. That was really beautiful. Right now we're gonna take a quick little break, so for you guys to just grab your snacks and just chill and get to know each other. All right? Are we gonna MJ dance up? Right now. All right, you started. All right.
Does anyone know the Jay-Z chant?
Yeah. NJ,
We slay!
all day,
Every day.
NJ,
We slay!
all day,
Every day.
Go Jersey, go Jersey, go!
Go Jersey, go Jersey,
You guys
go!
are not loud enough. This is spirit, right?
I don't want to get too
All right, kick it out.
A lot of people think it's so.
All right, go Jersey, go Jersey, go!
Go Jersey, go Jersey, go!
Go Jersey, go Jersey, go! Woo! Good job, right? Yeah, Jersey!
It's mine or May 28th? No, the May 28th, I didn't get it. It is New Jersey, but it has different. You're gonna park outside.
No, he never did it. He's never done it. How about my late afternoon? No, I'm not good. We can rap. Yo.
Yo, Alex, come here. Turn around for Mr. I need your cape. I need your cape walking up to the stage. Okay. Get up.
Oh yeah.
do they need me to come out and show them where we are? But yeah.
No, I'm not gonna get it. So who's watching? You wanna get it?
separate them apart, and they just want to enjoy Mist together as best friends. They meet before Mist weekend to plot how they can both help each other's teams so they can become one team at nationals. But then they realize Mist is not about rivalry competition, but so much more. Scene 1, Act 1.
It's a good game, man.
Yeah, man.
Beat you. What you gonna do?
Alright, great game, bro. But wait, are you South Jersey team? How are you both want to play? I'm on Central Jersey.
Hell
We're
yeah.
have to hanging out.
Yeah, hold on. Before that. I mean, Central Jersey doesn't even exist. Holy, chill out.
You're at Skyline. Bro.
Yo,
Southern Jersey doesn't do it.
yo, chill out. We gotta practice more, bro. We got our basketball competition this Saturday.
Alright, Jamal. How about this? Let's make our teams once and we will have the 5 every time.
You know what? That sounds like a great idea. What if we just pretend to be best friends, and then on the day of, we join together and get our team ready for nationals? Isn't that a great idea?
Scene 2. It's Miss Weekend and Jamal meet Rahman's team during Miss Basketball competition. They haven't spoken since then. Rahman is upset with Jamal, but Jamal has a perfect explanation of what happened. Now Jamal is trying to talk to Rahman to fix their friendship.
I just came to say sorry.
You betrayed me, bro. I thought I was going to say you.
Bro, sorry, would you hear me out for a second?
No. You know I can't do everything.
Listen, it's not what you think, but I don't know what happened when we were with the team, but we don't I know, Central Jersey, inshallah, next year they'll win, alright? Plus, why don't you just join my team?
Bro, you know I can't do everything.
Yo, I don't want to leave my best friend. Yo, you really think that you're going to break our friendship over this? Yeah, bro. Do you even know what this is all about?
Yeah.
No, man. This is all about teamwork. Creating new friendships, networking, and increasing our spirituality. Us letting our team rivalries between our friendship is exactly the opposite of what this is supposed to be.
You know what?
Emma?
This is what gave me the platform to compete in not only basketball, but I do short film too. It's more than it's about basketball.
You're going to see.
Yeah.
Zach, you know what we should do, man? We're both so passionate about Miss. We should just combine both of our teams like a coalition. Then, there would be no rivals. Plus, we have to remind everyone else what Miss is all about too.
That's a great idea. I know a lot of kids from my school that want to compete. That should be waiting for us.
Nationals?
Yeah.
Definitely. Perfect. Sound.
Happy with handshake.
Whoa, we can tell the audience what we do.
I'm Mr. NJ Chen.
Let's do it.
Go Jersey.
Go Jersey.
Go Jersey, go Jersey, go! Go Jersey, go Jersey, go! Go Jersey, go Jersey, go! Go Jersey, go Jersey. Alright, that was amazing. Can we get a round of applause for our spirit team? Alright, so up next is going to be Dee. She is going to be performing a piece of her own. I'm Dai. Speak up. Alright. Okay, so I committed a sin. A sin that keeps me up at night, a sin that makes me feel like I can't win. Can't win between Deen and dunya. The dunya is hard and it will break you down. But the key is never let yourself feel like you're not good enough to put your head on the ground. Okay, a sin that never. Okay, the key is never let yourself feel that you're not good enough to put your head on the ground to your Creator. And I forget that Allah is the All Merciful. The fear that possesses me makes me feel like I'm not good enough to ask for forgiveness, because that's the thought that street one wants. But then I remember if Allah wanted us to be perfect, then He would want us to be angels, but we're not. It's hypothetical, but I just use it. Yeah. Alright, good job. That was awesome. So up next we have Muhammad. He will be also performing a piece. Okay.
So who remembers what I said last year?
You talk about positivity.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Nah, that's definitely.
But before I start, can we just get a round of applause for every organizer here? And so the reason I'm buttering you guys up right now is because all of y'all are probably going to hate me in like 5 minutes. So, I'm going to talk about a story. I survive a lot of things, and this is how I survived going to university. So, it was a hot July evening, and I'm in Pakistan, and I haven't signed up for Miss Nationals yet. My friend Ahmed hits me up, and Rahim, and they're like, yo, sign up, you have like 6 hours left. And then, so I'm like, okay, 6 hours, I go to sleep, I wake up, I realize I had like 30 minutes left, in reality. So, I hit up my sister, I didn't have my credit card at that time. So my sister had her number memorized for the card for some reason. And she paid for me. And okay, all good. I come back from Pakistan, a week later, it's like, Miss Nationals. And Ahmed's like, yo, you coming? I'm like, yeah, man, but, Rowan, I don't really have accommodations, so, I'll just get my dad to pick and drop me. Not knowing it was an hour away. So, I go. And I'm there, mind you, I told my dad like a week or two earlier, I'm like, yo, you can pick and drop me off, right? He's like, yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm like, bet. So I go, no worries, first, happens, the first assembly or whatever it was, and he briefs us on it, and he's like, oh, Miss Nationals, yeah, cool, amazing. And I'm like, all right, sure. And so Maghrib time rolls around. And so I'm there like, I call my dad, and he's like, Uber fares are like $160. I'm like, I thought you were picking me up. And I don't want to describe what happened that long ago. So I go, and then I'm like, Ahmed, what do I do? And Ahmed refers me to Rahim and Ibrahim at first. And so I'm there, I'm like, all right, what can y'all do for me? They're like, yeah, you can come sleep on the floor. I'm like, all right, bet. I didn't mind, I'm getting a place, we had a place to sleep overnight. So, I didn't care. Like, I've slept on the floor before. So I go, and I'm about to sleep. And then my mom rings me up. She's like, you good? Everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I got a bed to sleep on. I'm comfy, She's like, oh, send me a picture. She's about to FaceTime me. I was there like, yeah, I got you. So I get Rahim up. I'm like, I think he was sleeping. I'm like, sorry to bother you, but I need to take a picture of your bed. And he's like, okay. So I'm there like, all right. So I sent my mom a picture. I'm about to go to sleep. And Ahmed comes in, Rahim and Ibrahim, we're all chilling, we're all just like talking about like pizza or something. I don't know. But we're there. And then he finds out I'm about to sleep on the floor. And so then I'm like, I'm about to sleep on the floor, and then Rahim's like, you got space for him? And Ahmed's like, yeah, no, come on. And then I kid you not, I'm walking out with Ahmed, I'm like, I love you so much, thank you. And Rahim's like, yeah, please take him. Thank you. And so I'm there the first night. He's sleeping on his bed, I'm sleeping on my own bed, and I needed to brush my teeth. So I go out, and it's like, mind you, it's like 1 a.m. at this time. And so I go back, I knock, and I encounter, I don't know who's it, like, I think we have like security officers patrol, something like that. Like, yeah. And they're like, oh, lost your dorm key? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just checking up on a friend. Mind you, it's 1 a.m. And so I knock on the door. It took a couple tries, but Ahmed's there. He gets me in. And I'm in. And then the next day it's basketball for Coalition. And I'm with NJ. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to cook. I'm about to score some hoops. I didn't. And I was on the bench every game. Because they didn't play me. I was pissed. It's okay. I'll get it back this week. What? any NJ Islanders here? No? Okay, they're scared. I'm there. And so Saturday rolls around. I think it was, what was it, Philly's Landing?
Yeah.
Penn's Landing? Something like that. Yeah. So we go to that field trip, and then I realized, I'm like, yeah, I don't have any money. And I'm there, I'm walking around, I'm dead hungry. Like, I kid you not, bro. We had, I think it was like bagels for like breakfast, and that's all I ate that day. And so I'm dead hungry, and then I see Ahmed, he's scrolling through like Domino's or something. I'm like, yo, that's kind of creepy. But I didn't say anything, And then he sees me eyeing it, and he's like, yo, I got you. I'm like, nah, I don't, I'm trying to be humble. I'm like, yo, no, I don't need, man. Mind you, like, my stomach's growling at this point. And so we go, and I kid you not, we're there. It is the most hood Domino ever. Like, there's music playing in the back, and then we go there, our order's like ready, and we pick it up. It's like some dusty, crusty box. And we're like, all right, man, we go upstairs, we go to the dorm, we eat food. We're chilling. Saturday's good. Sunday rolls around, I get a call from my mom and my dad. They're like, yo, you're good, right? I'm like, yeah, man. I got a place to sleep. I got everything to do. I'm chilling. And so, for some reason, I thought they would be pissed at me. And when I came home, my mom gave me the biggest hug ever. And I'd like to thank Ahmed for that. Thank you for letting me dorm at this. I'm sorry, by the way. Please don't get me in trouble. I know you told me there was a hotel down the street. I'm sorry. I still want to pay $150. But, yeah, that's my story of how I survived dorm.
Okay, so up next, we're actually going to have yoga time this time. Round of applause!
Alright, assalamu alaikum everyone for real this time. Actually, I was inspired by Muhammad's story to share this story that only a choice few people know about. But basically, speaking of, transportation, I booked a bus for nationals last because I was just trying to be courteous to all of our competitors that they don't have to drive, an hour. Their parents don't have to drop them off. But so I booked the bus. All right, everything's great. The bus, we booked it. Gas prices were insane, but we booked it anyway. And we booked this bus, and I get an email Friday morning that, your driver's on time. And I was like, word, driver's on time. All right, fast forward. After the craziness of Nationals weekend, I was on 3 hours of sleep collectively because I was running around rowing university dorms, unlocking people's bedrooms at 4 a.m. because everyone was locking themselves out of their bedroom. So 3 hours of sleep, and I realized it is Sunday afternoon, and there was no email. The driver is not on time. The driver is nowhere to be found, actually. And I called, I think, around 20 times, and no answer from the bus company. And I was like, oh, that's great. Normally, so if this was like 2020 or something, I'd be freaking out. But here I was like, yeah, so there's like no bus right now. Like, there just isn't. And then, finally, the bus was supposed to come at 6 p.m., right? At like 6:30, they finally picked up the phone. And I was like, hey, we need the bus. Like, where is our bus? And long story short, they said they'd get back to me in like a little bit. I had to call 70 more times in order for them to actually get back to us, which was like at 8 p.m. And they said our bus is on our way. It's on its way. And I was like, okay, finally. The bus driver calls me, and he's like, I'm here. And there's no bus there. There's no bus at the dorms. And I was like, okay, well, what do you see? And he's like, I am at the hotel that is like across the street. And I was like, does that look like Holly Point Comics? Like, that says Marriott. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you can read, but I can. So, basically, I was like, okay, you know what? Stay there. I'm going to go over to the hotel and retrieve you and bring you back to these children. By the way, we don't say children, but today I will say it. Anyway, so we go to the hotel. And, you know, all is well and good, but he's not there. So I called him again, and I'm like, hey, you said you're at the hotel. You're not at the hotel. And he was like, yeah, so like, you guys weren't coming, so I left. And then, basically, then he was like, you know what, you stay there, I'll come back. And while we're staying there, this bus eventually does come. I don't pay attention much. This man waves to me. I'm like, okay, hey, come follow us back to the dorms. And I get out of the car when we're at the dorms, and I see flashing lights everywhere. And it turns out this was a party bus. Not the bus we booked, not the 55-person bus we booked, no, of 20-seat party bus with flashing lights. No space for luggage. Shout out to Malik and Noor, who had to sit in the back of the bus to help, to make sure the luggage didn't fall on our children, on our mistake children. And then we pulled up to the masjid in a party bus, 2 hours late, with parents luckily not screaming at us, but yeah. That was the National Bus experience.
Whoever wants to do a piece, we have a special guest here today. Oh, we also have poems, but we have a special guest here today. Does anyone want to guess who it is?
Mystery Man.
Yes, Mystery Man! Woo! Thanks, Mystery Man. I think this is our first time having Mystery Man at Poe-Tea. So, does Mystery Man want to perform a piece? If you want to.
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
I don't have anything. I can't really see. I don't read, by the way.
I can't see out my left eye.
I'm just gonna say something off my phone. Roses are red. Violets are blue. I'll miss you, man. I love purple too.
Thanks, Mystery Man. Sorry for putting you on the spot. Alright, thank you. Alright, does anybody else want to perform a piece? We have poems, but you don't have to, Anyone?
Thumbs up.
Oh, I think Zoha.
Zoha.
I think Zoha. Yeah, okay. Going
Welcome everybody. My name is Zoha. I'm going to be using a poem that I performed in Wilson monologues. So bear with me. Real quick, the poem is about applying the context of your mother's love to your own definition of your love. Sort of intertwining the two and finding out how someone can love you so much and why can't you apply that to yourself. Okay. The poem is titled, How Does My Mother Love Me? My mother had me at 19. I am proud of this. She got a bachelor's degree while teaching me how to first read. I love my mother. I love the way she laughs, the crisp cut of fall air echoing in the trees. I love the way she moves, the dandelions kissing ground, slowly, surely. I love the way she is, how my mother takes up space, a brick, a stop sign, a parade, permanence and exhaustion. The voices of the wind falter to silence out. I love the way my mother loves me, in the tender crevices of my scarring body, bold cellulite rolls and stubborn feeling. I love the way my mother caresses my hair when I bring home failing grades, the way her arms cradle me in my own puddle of tears. She brings a hug and a bucket to clean me up for tomorrow. I make my birthday every day. I'm turning one day fearful, and my only wish is that I wish I could love myself the way my mother loves me. The body is poetry, but I find no significant meaning. I count the things that are wrong. 1, large floundering hips that push and pull in the wrong directions. 2, somehow I say all the wrong words in the crevices between the right places. 3, I'm somehow made this poem about me when it's about my mother. 3, I wonder if there are enough numbers on the graph to count my security. I wonder why my mother doesn't see the infinite list. I keep looking for bags to leave. I don't understand why my mother loves me. Cracked glassware serves no purpose. It sits and rots and it stays and watches the others succeed. I wonder what determines to be loved. I wonder how a mother loves. Is it the 9 months of loving without seeing, without knowing who you're loving? Is it the knowing that you prayed that she will be a part of you? I try to see myself the way my mother sees me. I'm looking in the mirror, but it's not my reflection that stares back at me. It is love. Love looks back at me. I wonder if I could love myself the way I want to love me. For the curves, the mannerisms, the awkward laughs, and the conversation. I tell my mother, thank you for loving me, for planting those seeds permanently, for showing me that I'm worth loving. And I love, and I love, and I love you and me. Thank you.
All right, that was amazing. All right, so next up we have Maz performing a piece.
That's him right there. That's Maz. Right there.
Whoever is Maz.
Why am I supposed to perform?
We have phones. You said you were going to perform, so.
No, I didn't. They did. They said. They can do it. They can do it.
We have poems that
We
you
have poems for you to perform. Alright guys, so while Maz is choosing, does anybody wanna, perform something? We have a really small
go to a local Islamic school. Love you too. I go to a local Islamic school, so by default, I'm the judgmental one. It's so nice seeing all of you. I'm a senior in high school, so hopefully next year I'll be first. And in English class, I was so inspired, rare moments, by a sonnet that I read, that I wrote alone. So hopefully none of you leave. Many have fallen through open doors, victims of failing structure and metaphor, unknowing of life's distant lullabies that sing to sleep wisdom, mesmerized. Many have flown away with the calling wind, the end to humanity's greatest sin. To be or not to be is to believe. Surely the inevitable will take leave. What's written will no doubt take place. No story can change the recorded grace. Many weigh their actions heavily, only to be forgotten in memory. Thank you.
All right, good job, guys. All right, so you want to go now? Yay! All right, let's go.
This is not consensual. I was not I remember the bed just floating there. Apart. My mother taught me this trick. If you repeat something over and over again, it loses its meaning. For example, homework. See, nothing. Our existence, she said, is the same way. You watch the sun too often. It just becomes 6 p.m. You make the same mistake over and over. You'll stop calling it a mistake. If you just wake up, one day you'll forget why. Nothing is forever, she said. My parents left each other when I was 7 years old. Before their last argument, they sent me off to the neighbor's house, like some astronaut gestion from the shuttle. When I came back, there was no gravity in our home. Beds floating. I imagined it was an accident. That when I left, they just whispered to each other, "I love you," so many times over, that they forgot what it meant. Family. My mother taught me this trick. If you repeat something over and over again, it loses its meaning. This became my favorite game. It made the sting of words evaporate. Separation. See, nothing. Apart. See, nothing. I am an injured handyman now. I work with words all day. Shut up. I know the irony. When I was young, I was taught that the trick to dominating language was breaking it down, convincing it that it was worthless. I love you. See, nothing. Soon after my parents' divorce, I developed a stutter. Fate is a cruel and efficient tutor. There is no escape in stutter. You feel the meaning of every word drag itself up your throat. Separation. Stutter is a cave made of nerves. Every, "Are you okay?" Every, "What you said?" Every, "Come on, kid, spit it out," is a glaring reflection you cannot escape. Every terrible moment skips upon its own announcement, over and over until it just hangs there, floating in the middle of the room. Mom, Dad, I am not wasteful with my words anymore. Even now, after hundreds of hours of practicing away my stutter, I still feel the claw of meaning in the bind of my throat. I have heard that even in space, you can hear the scratching of "I love you." Thank you.
Thank you for coming up. I know it's hard to come up in front of everyone and perform, so really kudos to you guys. You don't know if you have the courage to come up here. So next up, we are going to have Nina. She will be performing at the feast.
I don't really remember. Your poem inspired me, so I wanted to read another one that I wrote. Okay, this is called "The Body of the Family." We often hear that the father is the head of the household. that he is the protector, the frontier of the family. While this may be true, we never hear of a mother. What is she? Maybe she's the arms that build and cook and clean, the arms that comfort and hug and create. Or maybe she's the voice, the one that caresses and disciplines, the one that tells stories to a tired child, enchanting their world. Perhaps she's the eyes that see what you don't and hide wisdom and lessons, the one that speak louder than words any possibly could. What about the legs, the one that carry and shoulder the rest of the family when they don't have the energy? They bend but never buckle under the weight, never taking a break from responsibility. Perhaps she is the heart, the one that loves so deeply, the one that fears for others before herself, the one that raises and teaches and protects and educates. Yes, the father may be the head of the family, but the mother is the arms and legs and voice and eyes and heart. The mother is the soul. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So up next is going to be Zena. She will be performing.
I'm going to be doing poetry sharing. I'll provide that translation now. 먼저 먹었다, 어사를 먹었다. 그래서 들리네, 뭐가 많이 먹었다. 만들게 나왔을까? 누구라니? Is the name of Kushnet here behind the world? The translation is, there are more goals to be achieved, more stories waiting to be created. Don't cry for what you lost. There are a lot of reasons to be happy.
All right. So for our last piece is going to be a yarn. Woo! Yes, 13, what's going on?
Yeah, everyone. Everyone hear me all right? Yeah? No. All right. So I'm new here. This is actually my first year in Mist. Getting Mist in high school lighter. Thought of joining as a sophomore. So, fun experience. You know what? Let me do a solo piece. I have a teacher. His name is Neil Saga. He wrote a poetry book, and it really resonated with me. It's called Kiss the Earth. So I have a small little piece from the poem, and I'd like to share it. There arrives a time when you will begin again, from the beginning, for the very last time. It is a thunder born from the quiet. You will hear it when it comes. Truth needs no audience, nor applause. It stands alone, complete unto itself. A star in its own stage, a star in its own sky. Mighty bird, fly higher, hold on to the other, with the grasp and the flap of your wings, and do not turn back around. Those who have conquered gravity have no call to return to the ground. This work, is it not my worship? This world, is it not my massage? Escape inside your soul, there's a paradise of dreams, praying to be discovered, hoping you will remember all that you lived, so that you can tell the others, still asleep, far beyond the gate's ends, when you awake amongst the awakened. To value living more than one's life, the irony, the paradise, the curse, the blessing. Parables of melancholy are scribed for you. An infinite and enduring draw of lessons repeating themselves. The greatest stories ever told. Thank you.
Would like to perform anything else? Would you like to? Going once. Let's go.
Assalamualaikum guys. What's up? I actually have no idea what I'm going to say. I just asked Ahmed, like, yo, what am I supposed to say? He's like, talk about how, like, I'm alone at home. Like, I have no family right now. Everyone's gone, everyone's in Pakistan. So, like, I'm just chilling. I haven't been home in the past 2 days because I've been, like, not partying and stuff for a lot. I've been to, like, multiple Lions for no reason. And I don't know, bro. This is why I wasn't up here. I don't know what to say.
Start
rhyming.
Start rhyming. That's rapping. You can also recite Quran.
Stop. Rap battle against Hamza.
I don't rap.
Rap battle right now. Freestyle.
Pick your opponent right now.
What's your reflection on Miss New Jersey? Give one reflection.
My reflection?
Yeah. You have anything to say about this?
So Miss New Jersey is amazing. It's fun. I got to meet a lot of new people, got to create like new friends and etc. So yeah, I don't know.
Thank you. All right, so that concludes our open mic night. We are going to read Bunker now. So feel free to, what we will do, our bathrooms are right across, just straight over here. And thank you guys for coming. Thank you for the performers and everything. And last but not least, we have our giveaway. Oh, okay. Okay, so follow us on social media, Miss NJ, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that. Yeah, we should do Miss NJ, we fly all day, every day. NJ, we fly all day, every day. Go Jersey, go Jersey, go. 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 Alright, also guys, we're selling Krispy Kreme donuts for $30. It's a Poe-Tea special. Make sure you guys go to any organizer and buy some donuts from us, please. Okay, can we get a drum roll for the giveaway winners, please? Okay. Alright, so our first giveaway winner. Who could it be? Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Alright, it is Zena. Alright, and for our second giveaway winner, we need a bigger drum roll. Okay, it's Renoir.
Sunglasses.
Can we get an applause for our winners?
I need the sunglasses.
Thank you guys so much for coming. We're gonna break for Mugger now.
Shout out Scrum Team.
Also, guys, please make sure that you clean up after yourselves. The garbage can is outside, right around the corner behind the table. So please take any of your garbage and throw it out. And if you need to make a do,